guys, so today I'm going to do another edition of my collection favorite series. So I'm going to move on to brands. They might go a little bit out of order because I realize I still need to do like a complexion favorites, like foundations and concealers and all that. So I'll probably do that one next, depending on what you guys want to see. I still have to do that one and my Makeup Geek collection favorites, so let me know which one you guys want to see first. But today I have a lot of Colourpop on my face, so I decided to sit down and do my Colourpop collection favorites. And just so you guys know, I will have a tutorial for this look, so if it is up already, I will link it down below. If not, then just keep an eye out and one is coming. So without further ado, let's get into my favorite items in my collection from Colourpop Cosmetics. I first heard about Colourpop, I mean, so long ago. I'll link my first ever Colourpop video down below. I bought like 6 eyeshadows and they were just, they absolutely blew me away. That was when I first discovered them, was when they only had eyeshadows, and their eyeshadows are amazing. If you guys aren't familiar with Colourpop, they're an affordable online indie brand that is all cruelty free, and they're just amazing. They do a lot of really fun stuff. They do a ton of collaborations with different like influencers on social media, and I love Colourpop so much. So as opposed to talking about like, oh, I love like this whole collection or this whole collection from Colourpop, I'm just going to be talking about the specific like colors and shades within a range that I like. Like for instance, I love the Colourpop matte Lippy Stix, but I'm just going to talk about the ones that I have that I love, that are my top favorite, as opposed to talking about all of them. You know what I mean? So let's get on with it. So first, I already spoiled one, is that I love Colourpop Lippy Stix. Colourpop Lippy Stix are my favorite like lipstick formula ever. Now I pretty much almost always only wear liquid lipsticks now, just because I really am high maintenance, and if I have to touch up my lipstick, I don't want to wear a lipstick. But when I do want to wear a regular lipstick, I pretty much always reach for a Colourpop one. So we'll start with the one that I have now, and this is Oh Snap, which I have talked about so much on my channel. I've talked about this. You guys are probably sick of hearing about this. It's a dupe for MAC's Viva La Glam 2 lipstick. It's my favorite lipstick shade ever. It's just a beautiful, like kind of muted, rosy, mauve pink shade. Here I go again, being great at explaining colors. But it's a color of mine right now. It's just a beautiful everyday shade. Their matte formulas aren't really matte. I mean, you can see like there's a little bit of something going on my lips that gives it a little bit of shine. I would say their mattes are more like satin finishes, but I still love the matte formula. I just find it the most comfortable, and it still lasts a really long time. So Oh Snap is one of my favorite colors. Obviously, if you guys have been on my channel at all, you should know that because I've talked about it in so many videos. Anyways, next favorite is Tootsi, and this is another matte formula. I don't know what happened to mine. I left it in my car one time and it got really creamy to where like I can't wear it really. I need to buy another one. But that is Tootsi, and it's a deep kind of rosy brown shade. It's that perfect kind of like 90s aesthetic sort of color. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's still light enough to where it's not like necessarily a dark vampy color. It's just a beautiful rosy brown. I love it. Next is kind of a deeper version of this, and this is Grunge. This came out with their 90s themed fall collection last year, and this is one of my favorite colors in the entire world. This one is more of a warmer rosy brown, and these are both matte formulas, so you can see they still give a little bit of sheen to them, but this one is a really rich, warm, more brown rosy brown, whereas this one's a cooler, more rosy brown, you know what I mean? So this one is Tootsi and this one is Grunge. It's just perfect. Like, this is seriously on my lips almost every single day in fall. I love it. Next is Skimpy, which if you guys have been on my channel, again, you will have heard of it. It's one of my favorite lipsticks ever. It's just a perfect, like, sexy, light nude lip. And this is a glossy finish. So whenever, I don't know, just whenever I want a really nude, glossy lip, it's so freaking good, and it's not too pink and it's not too orange. That's where it is right there, and it is It is on the lips, it looks a lot more glossy than in the swatch, but this one also smells a lot better than the rest of them. I don't know why, but this one smells like coffee cupcakes. It smells so good. So Skimpy, it reminds me of like Flesh Pot from MAC and Flesh Pot, and I don't remember what the other ones, but those super, super light nudes from MAC, but I could never do the MAC, like before I was cruelty free, I hated those MAC nude colors because since they were like matte or satin finishes, they just crusted up in my lips. This doesn't do that. It's kind of a hybrid of a gloss and a lipstick in one, so it really smooths over your lips and it's just a really easy light nude to wear. So that's why I love it so much. Next, I have to talk about this because this is one of my favorite colors of lipstick, but I have worn it like twice, but it is amazing. I have to talk to you guys about it because if you are a fan of neon lipsticks, you need this in your life. This is in the shade Punky. I have done a tutorial with this. I will link it down below, but this is just the most fun, stupidly bright neon pink I have ever experienced in my entire life. Like, I don't think it's gonna pick up on camera just how neon it is. It almost looks like the same as my eyeliner right now, but in real life, this pink is insane. It is insane, and it doesn't make my teeth look really yellow, which I appreciate. I'm always concerned about that with like pinks and brighter colors. This is one of those shades where I wish I wore it more, but pink is just not something that I do really, really often as I'm wearing pink eyeliner, but that's a different story. But I wish that I did because I love this pink so much, and if you are a fan of bright pinks, you need this one in your life. It's gorgeous. And that one is a satin finish, but it's funny because that one's a satin finish, and doesn't that look more matte than these two, which are matte finishes? I think it depends to color to color. So if you're a snob with consistencies, you might not like the Colourpop Lippy Stix just because, as you can see, they kind of change color to color. But I honestly don't care. I find all of their formulas really comfortable, and I just like them a lot. Next is the Colourpop Matte X. So a lot of people didn't like these, but I love at least the ones that I have tried. I tried the dark brown one, which I can't find. I think it's called Pillow Talk. I can't find it, but I love that one, and I would include it if I had it, but I can't find it anywhere. And then this one is called Cami, and Cami is another really, really pretty rosy brown, but it has more of a pink tone to it, so it's a lot more pink, but it still has that kind of rosy brown feel to it. And as you can see, these are matte AF. Like, there is no shine in these. And what I like about these is these feel like a liquid lipstick. Like, they act like a liquid lipstick in that you put it on and it lasts all day, and they're not too drying. They definitely aren't moisturizing by any means. Like, you definitely want to moisturize before you put it on and plan on wearing it all day, but they're really comfortable and they just last all day as if they were a liquid lipstick, but they're not liquid lipsticks. So I love Cami and I love Pillow Talk, but I just don't have Pillow Talk on me. It's probably in a purse somewhere. Okay, let's move on. So I used to love the Colourpop Ultra Matte Lips, but they came out with those, and then everybody else in the entire makeup industry came out with those, and I've just fallen in love with other ones, so I've kind of steered away from them just because after trying like Jeffree Star and Kat Von D and all of those like other brands, I found these ones to be just really drying, so I just don't reach for them as often, but they are still really, really good, and especially with all the like drama that's going on with Jeffree Star, if you don't want to purchase from him, these are awesome, affordable options. They're great. So, I have one Ultra Matte Lip to talk about just because I haven't worn them in a really, really long time, and this is the one that I still wear and is still a favorite. So this is in the shade Midi, and this is a beautiful nude pink. Like, absolutely beautiful nude pink. That's it. It's stunning. It actually looks a lot like really similar to the shade I'm wearing right now, but it's just a little bit lighter and a little bit more nude and a little bit less pink, but it's so gorgeous. It's also really, really similar to Little Stitches, which is one of their new Ultra Satin lips, which I'm about to talk about, but Little Stitches tints my lips like a bright pink, and it also like crusts up on the inner part of my lip, which is not cute. So unfortunately I'm not a fan of little stitches. But there are a couple other Ultra Satin lips that I do want to talk about. The Ultra Satin lips are probably my favorite of the Ultra Blank Lip collection. So these ones are just my favorite. They act like a liquid lipstick. They transfer like the tiniest amount, but they're the most comfortable and they last the longest. So I have 2 shades I want to talk about. These are also relatively new to me. I have like I think 5 in my collection total, but I haven't worn a lot of them yet. So I want to talk about the ones that I have worn and I do love before I just talk about all of them, you know. So the first one is Frickin' Frack, and I've been obsessed with this color. This reminds me a lot of Androgyny from Jeffree Star. I'm going to swatch these. I'm going to swatch them next to each other. We'll see if we'll do a little dupe hunting real quick. The only thing I don't like about these is that the wand on these is really messy. Like, I don't know, it just seems like there's not enough wand there. Let's do, okay, this is Jeffree Star's. Oh yeah, we found a dupe, guys. So Jeffree Star Androgyny is just a little bit more purple, and Frickin' Frack is just a little bit more red, but like, look at that. That's Androgyny, that's Frickin' Frack. Androgyny, Frickin' Frack. I have been loving this so much. It's just a great fall color. I love this with a neutral eye. I love this with a smoky eye. I've just been really enjoying it, and the color is freaking bomb. So bomb. I love it. I'm gonna put stuff away as I talk about it, so that way I'm not left with a giant mess at the end of the video. And then the next color that I have to talk about is Point Zero, which is really new to Colourpop. It's their new collaboration with Kathleen Lights. Kathleen Lights is actually one of the first YouTubers besides Shannon Shortcake, which is one of my friends, that like introduced me to Colourpop. Like I found Kathleen Lights through a Colourpop swatch video. So it's coming full circle. It really is. But this is Point Zero, and it's just a beautiful Ultra Satin lip formula, obviously, and it's just a beautiful like mid-tone, cool tone brown. It's beautiful because it's one of those colors that's not too dark to where like you feel like you're wearing a vampy lip, but it's not like a light brown either. It's just a great color, and again, this formula is really comfortable. I do want to try more because I love them. This thing is getting full. I don't have room for any more Colourpop in that thing. Oh no! I forgot to talk about this when I was talking about the Lippy Stix, but this is the Colourpop Lippie Primer, which I have talked about on my channel 1,000,005 times. Again, if you have been around my channel, you should be familiar with the Colourpop Lippie Primer. This is the exact same thing as the MAC Primer. I was obsessed with the MAC Primer about 2 or so years ago. Obsessed with MAC Primer. I used it as chapstick. I used it just like if I didn't have anything on my lips because it really like smooths out your lips and makes them not look like crusty, and makes any lipstick automatically last so much longer. It also, I've noticed, makes your lipstick a little bit more matte. So like with those matte or satin formulas that were more glossy than I wanted, this makes it last all day. It's so comfortable. I don't wear this underneath any liquid lipstick, but pretty much any stick lipstick that I wear this underneath. It's the bomb. It smooths out your lips, it fills in lines, it makes your lipstick last so much longer, and it's $5 and it's cruelty free compared to a $20 not cruelty free MAC Lippie Primer. I can't stop talking about this. It's so good. You need it in your life. Okay, we have a couple more products to talk about. So I'm gonna go de-swatch my hand. Okay, a couple more products to talk about. Next is the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the pencil formula. I do like the pot formula, but the pot formula is a little bit dry, and I just don't reach for it. But if I want a colored, like, winged liner, I reach for the Colourpop, like, pot cream liners. I just don't do colored winged eyeliner often, and I just don't use pot eyeliners often. But they are so good. But these I use so often. So I have 3 colors I want to talk about. The first one is what is on my lower lash line right now. This is the style Boots. This is the first time that I've worn it today, but I already know it's going to be a favorite. And I know I love the formula. This this was like 2 passes. Like, this is stupidly pigmented. Like, let's just, like, are you joking? Oh, it just broke. I just pressed too hard and it broke. But anyways, this is the most neon creamy pigmented. Like, all of these are so creamy and pigmented. This one is Besto. Ugh, I always press too hard. This one is Besto. And this is a really, really deep, rich burgundy, which I love just applying on my lower lash line every day just to kind of give me that creepy, grungy, hashtag dead girl glam look. It's just really fun and like kind of a fun way to mix it up from just like a regular brown or black eyeliner. And then this is the shade Workout, which is a deep kind of forest green color. And this is another one of those colors that's just fun to switch up. Instead of doing brown or black, do a dark green. It really makes brown eyes pop a lot. So these are the 3 colors. That's Workout, that's Besto, and that is Boots. I need to pick up more. I don't even have the black one or a brown one. I do have to mention that I do have the Kathleen Lights Mr. Bing, and that one is not nearly as pigmented as the 3 that I just showed you, so I'm really disappointed by that one. But the 3 that I have, I absolutely freaking love. Or the other 3 that I have, I absolutely love. They're creamy, they go on really easily, they don't dry out, and they stay on your lower lash line so well. Like, they stay on the waterline like nobody's business. With any other color, this color would be gone from my lower lash line by now. Like, I've tried a lot of other eyeliners, and these last the best out of any liner that I've ever tried. It's fan-frickin-tastic. Anyways, let's move on. Okay guys, I had to turn on my fan because my camera overheated, so I'm sorry if you can hear it, but let's move on. I only have a couple more products to talk about. I thought this video was going to be shorter than it is. It's going to be kind of long, I think. Anyways, so I have 3 Colourpop Super Shock Cheek highlighters. I love these. I didn't like the blushes, I didn't like the bronzers, but I love the highlighters so much. I actually want to kind of pick up more. These are fantastic on their own. Today I'm wearing Butterfly Beach, which is just really, really soft. It's kind of just like a blush topper almost. It's really, really soft and pretty, at least for my skin tone. It's a blush topper. If you're deeper in skin tone, this will be more intense on you, but for me it's kind of soft, but I really like it. So the first one, I guess I'll just talk about this one. This one is Butterfly Beach, and Butterfly Beach is just like a beautiful like rose gold sort of color. So there it is right here, and it's literally like a rose gold highlight. It is stunning. Absolutely freaking stunning. I love, like, look at, are you serious? And like you can see, I just put a little bit on my cheeks because I wanted demi matte skin. I didn't want like super highlighted skin. Anyways, the next one that is one of my favorites is Wisp, and this one reminds me a lot of Butterfly Beach, but if you just took the like pinky tones out of it, it's just more of a gold tone. So it's more of just like a straight up gold. It reminds me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills, like I think it's the Sun Dipped collection like highlighting palette. Reminds me of that because it's just those beautiful gold tones, and it's just so, they're so metallic and so pretty. And if you want the like most intense highlight of your life, pair like any one of these Super Shock Cheek highlights with a powder highlight on top, and it is insane. It's absolutely insane, the highlight that you will get. And then the last one I want to talk about is Lunch Money, but I also can't find my other favorite. Oh, here we go. Okay, I have 2 more to talk about, so I have 4 to talk about. Next one is Lunch Money, and this one is more of a subtle champagne gold. So you can see this one is like a straight up gold. This is like a champagne white-ish gold. It's a lot more good if you have pale skin like me, or if you want just like a super stupid intense highlight. Lunch Money is gonna be your bit. And then Stole the Show is probably the most intense of them because this one has little like super fine micro glitters. Not all of them do, but this one does, and it is beautiful. It's really similar to Lunch Money, so here's Stole the Show. Really similar to Lunch Money, but I would say it's a little bit softer of a color, and it has those micro glitters. So Lunch Money is more white. This one is more kind of soft, kind of beigey gold based, but it has those glitters, and those glitters really pick up on your cheeks. If you want like a starry highlight, you need Stole the Show. So good. So I love all of these. They're $8 a piece. They're cruelty free, obviously, and they're some of my favorite highlights in my collection. Okay guys, last thing to talk about are their eyeshadows. Now, I don't use their eyeshadows a ton, but the ones that I love, I absolutely love. If you are into really metallic, sparkly eyeshadows, you need to get your hands on some Colourpop ones. I personally don't do a lot of sparkly eyeshadow. I really prefer matte, or like if I do sparkly, it's usually like a bold sparkly something. So I don't do a lot of like, you know, like bronzes and gold glitter and like coppers and stuff. But if you are into that, you need Colourpop eyeshadows. Like I said, they're the first things I ever tried from Colourpop, and I still love them to this day. So this first one that I want to talk about is my favorite Colourpop eyeshadow ever, absolutely ever. This is actually, I got this when I first ordered Colourpop. So my very first Colourpop order, I ordered this, and this is called I Heart This. I've used this quite a bit in tutorials. I use this when I do bridal makeup. I use this all the time on brides. It's just a gorgeous kind of taupey beige shimmery lid color. So I'm just gonna let you guys see it for yourself. Look at that. Look at that. It's the most perfect lid color in the entire world, and like I said, I've had this for close to 2 years now, and it's still really creamy. I do keep them sealed up tight, which you have to do with these, but this is one of my favorite eyeshadows in the entire world. It reminds me a lot of Shimma Shimma from Makeup Geek, but this one is a lot more beige and taupey, and Shimma Shimma is more kind of like goldy, peachy. Anyways, so the next color I want to talk about is one of my favorite colors ever. It's actually like what I use in one of my like go-to everyday makeup tutorials, which I have a tutorial for, so I'll link that down below. But this one is called Intoxicate, and this is a gorgeous warm brown. So what I will do is I will literally put this on my lid, I will take it on a brush and like blend it into the crease and put it on my lower lash line, pop on some brown mascara and eyeliner, and we're good to go. It's a perfect like everyday grungy look without being too like in your face or abrasive. I love it so much, and it goes on so evenly and blends really nicely for being a kind of like moussey eyeshadow. It's great. I love it so much. Then these next two, I have tutorials using both of these, and these are both pressed pigments, and they're insane, you guys. Absolutely in-fucking-sane. This first one is called Erotic, and this is hands down one of my favorite eyeshadow colors in my entire collection. It's a gorgeous, like, neon orangey red with gold shimmer through it, and it is beautiful. Like, absolutely freaking beautiful. I do, like I said, I do have tutorials using both of these colors. The next one is called Too Shy, and I have a tutorial using this, and it's pretty much just this all over the eyes, and oh my god, it's my favorite. It's so good. This one is like a cobalt blue, but it has kind of a purple reflect to it. It is stupid how pretty it is. Like, look, it's freaking stupid. I definitely want to pick up more of the pressed pigments. I know they have like a green and a yellow, so I really want to pick up more of those because they're seriously, like, I have the Urban Decay Electric palette, but I will reach for these, and you guys know I love my Urban Decay Electric palette, but these rival the pigmentation in that because they're just so intense and fun. I love them so much. Okay guys, those were all of my favorites from Colourpop Cosmetics thus far. They're releasing new things every like 5 seconds it seems, but they're one brand that I really do love. They're an indie cruelty-free brand, and I really want to promote them. I mean, I feel like they don't need it because they're blowing up everywhere, but they're an amazing brand and I love them so much. So if you guys have any questions or anything else that you're wondering if I've tried from them, just leave me comments down below and I will answer them ASAP. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. We're getting close to 15K already, and it's insane. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much, and hello to all my new subscribers out there. Welcome. But anyways, you guys, that is all. I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope you guys have a good day. Bye!